going on?
Thank you so much.
Pay like $1 million.
Shout out TMZ, you up?
Let me check out that rig.
TMZ stands for the Mayweather Zone.
How'd you find me, bro? I got my disguise on.
I love my TMZ family. Smoochie.
Welcome to TMZ Sports. I'm Mike Babcock with my guy, as always, Mojo Muhtadi. Mojo, we're going to start with Bill Belichick and the University of North Carolina. The Chapel Bill era is here, Mojo. On Monday, Belichick's UNC squad in front of every famous UNC alum you could ever imagine took on TCU, Mojo. Yep, Michael Jordan in the building, Lawrence Taylor in the building. I mean, you see him, Julius Peppers. Again, everyone who has played football or basketball and had any sort of success at UNC, they were in the house last night. That was the level of excitement. Of course, Mojo, 24-year-old Jordan Hudson there to support her man. There's Roy Williams, of course, the legendary basketball coach at UNC, Mojo, in Chapel Hill. Well, Mojo, things looked great, at least to start the game. UNC goes down. They score a touchdown, 7-0. Hey, we are rolling here. We've got probably the greatest football coach of all time, and we are a new program. Mojo, then they were outscored 48-7 to the rest of the 3.5 quarters, and UNC loses the game 48-14. An absolute thrashing, Mojo, at the hands of the Horned Frogs. Look, TCU is a good football team, and they probably, were always going to be a much better team than UNC. But with all the excitement, Mojo, there was a lot of trolling going on there. Online, people making fun of Bill Belichick. And look, you get talked about all offseason, and you lose like that, you're going to have to pay for it a bit on social media.
Yeah, Babcock. I mean, as we sit here after the holiday, I'm not sure there are too many people out there not poking their fun at this situation, right? I mean, this, at least in college sports, is the most talked about relationship in the game, second only to T. Swift and Travis Kelce, an anomaly. If they weren't around, this would be the number one talked about relationship in all of sports, period. This was brutal, Babcock. I mean, this was an ass beating. I mean, we have to keep it in perspective here, right? I mean, UNC was 6-6 last year, 3-5 in the ACC. TCU reached the college football playoff semifinal just 2 years ago, one of the best teams in the entire country. So I don't know how much of a shot UNC had to go into this thing, but here we are. I mean, our answers, we got all of them and then some. This was absolutely brutal. Is it unfair to pin all of this on Bill Belichick? Can he really be expected to turn this program around that fast to dominate TCU in the opener when he just got here? I don't think that's fair, but when you lose that badly, it does beg the question. I think if they go out and they finish out this season strong, nobody's going to give him any grief. We move past this and we look at this as just a bump in the road, and he needed a little bit more time to put the Belichick juices all over this thing, right? But for now, pretty rough stuff, sir. And he's getting absolutely annihilated online.
Yeah, Mojo, by the way, that Air Jordan was in the building. Air Jordan. That, of course, the famous pose from the beach, which is absolutely hilarious. Whoever did that, kudos to you. That was super creative. Mojo, but again, it's a complete rebuild. Like you said, 6-6 last year. The program wasn't great. They have brought in 39 new players, transfers, recruits. So this is very much a work in progress. Now, we talked about the fact that they're all being trolled today, Mojo, and they were being trolled last night on social media. But it wasn't only on social media. Even some of the Horned Frog players, including TCU safety Bud Clark. Watch this.
Belichick got a call for his girlfriend. Yeah, Belichick gonna talk to his girlfriend, he said.
ill-advised, if you ask me, Babcock. Let's not forget, Bill Belichick is a legend. He probably still has at least 1 or 2 friends remaining in the NFL, and making a few phone calls. It's not going to help this guy, so you have to weigh the pros and cons of these situations. Pros, I'm going to get a lot more views if I make fun of Bill and his girlfriend. Yeah. Cons, maybe I drop multiple rounds. Maybe I go undrafted. Maybe I don't get signed at all. So for that one, don't get caught up in your own hype too much here. There are consequences that come with it. You got our laugh. I'm laughing. I thought it was funny. Was it worth it? Not likely.
All right, Mojo, let's move on to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's brand new movie, which just premiered at the Venice Film Festival, Mojo, and this thing got a rousing ovation. If you haven't heard about it, it is The Smashing Machine. Now, it doesn't come out in the U.S. until the beginning of October, Mojo, but the film just premiered. Of course, The Rock plays MMA legend Mark Kerr as they really dive into the life and the career of this really complex guy. Mojo, again, the crowd just absolutely loved the movie. They loved it so much that they gave The Rock a 15-minute standing ovation. Watch this. There it is, Mojo. And obviously, The Rock is probably the biggest movie star in the world, and he's been in so many successful films before. But you saw him, he was wiping away tears there. Clearly, the adulation and the response from the crowd really got to him, and in a really meaningful, in a positive way.
I just want to see this movie, Babcock. I mean, everybody's talking about it. They had my interest from the second we saw what The Rock's face looked like to play this role, the prosthetics, however they did that. I mean, that's crazy. Makeup definitely is going to win something for this one. Yeah. I mean, maybe from the neck down, it looks just like him, but from the neck up, unrecognizable. Yeah. So, I mean, this has got to be a big one for his career. We've seen The Rock do tons of movies. Number one at the box office, always. Top actor, top earning actor, all the accolades and stuff. But, you know, I think the big knock against The Rock was that he always did the same movie. It was always like the same character, right? It was always like that action, jacked up kind of situation. It's always the same thing. So this, from what I'm hearing, is something very different. He got in his feels. He got very emotional, very vulnerable in this role, and it's going to be really good. So, I mean, personally, he probably was sitting there watching that movie so proud of himself and all he's accomplished, especially this late into his career, right? Having done this for a long time. Then you get a 15-minute standing ovation. Dude, clapping for 15 minutes seems exhausting to me. People's hands got to be hurting. That's crazy that these things go that long, but obviously you could see it meant the world to him.
I'm with you. I can't wait to see this, Mojo. It's got an 84% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes from the critics, so the critics have liked it. It's got a great cast outside of Dwayne. I mean, Emily Blunt, you know, say less. She's in the film. You've got a bunch of other first-time actors, guys like Ryan Bader, who have been champions in mixed martial arts, who are now getting into acting, and I think this is going to be a hit, Mojo, and it comes out October 3rd. I think a lot of people like you and I just can't wait. Coming up next on TMZ Sports, it's one of the most anticipated celebrity weddings ever. The question is, who will be Travis Kelce's best man when he walks down the aisle and marries Taylor Swift? Well, his brother Jason Kelce is weighing in. Will it be his superstar brother? Jason answers. That's next on TMZ Sports. Welcome back to TMZ Sports, Mike and Mojo. Mojo, now that we know Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift are engaged, they've got a wedding to plan, and I think this is probably going to be one of the hottest tickets, as far as weddings go at least, that we've seen in I don't know how long, a long time, Mojo. Now the question also is, not only, where is the wedding going to be, who's going to get the invites, but who is going to be part of the bridal parties, Mojo? That's a big question here. A lot of people have speculated who is going to be the maid of honor for Taylor Swift and who is part of the wedding party. Well, who is going to be Travis's best man? That's the question, Mojo. I know somebody who hopes it's them, his brother, Jason Kelce. I know that, Mojo, because Jason Kelce recently went on the Bussin' with the Boys podcast, and, well, he was asked about the engagement and, whether or not he is going to be the best man. Take a look.
First of all, I love my brother, and I just want him to have, the most fulfilled, best life possible. And such a huge part of that is, who you end up marrying, who you end up raising a family with. I know the kind of person he is, and I've been blessed to get to know Taylor over the last couple of years. And I just think that they match so well together. They are unbelievably supportive of each other in both of their outlandishly successful worlds.
Yeah. Did we just hear a best man speech?
We just heard a best man speech.
I'm gonna fire up something a lot better. We're gonna do a lot more planning.
Yeah.
I gotta be good. I gotta be good at this. Well, first of all, hopefully I'm the best man. We'll see. Trav has a lot of friends. I'm just hoping to get the opportunity.
Yeah.
Right.
So there he goes, Mojo. Hopefully I'm the best man. I will say this, Travis was Jason's best man. I get he's got a lot of friends. You got to go with your brother, right?
All right, Babcock. I don't know much of how this wedding is going to go down. Maid of honor. I don't know any of T Swift's friends. I know we've talked about a few people she's gone out to dinner with, but maid of honor, I have no idea. Where the wedding's going to be, I have no idea. How big it's going to be, I have no idea. The only thing that I do know is that Jason Kelce is 1,000% going to be Travis Kelce's best man. It's his brother. They have a podcast together. They're best friends. They do everything together. Yeah, that is your best man right there. Plus, your best man's got to throw your bachelor party. Your best man's got to put together some of these wedding items, keep everybody in line. That's your guy. That's who you want to protect you on game day because that's what Jason Kelce did forever. As for the boys talking about that was a best man speech, man, if that was the speech that Jason Kelce delivered at the wedding, that would be the letdown of the century. First of all, he's got a shirt and a jacket on. I don't know. I'm expecting a shirtless Jason Kelce when it comes down to this thing. He's going to be all hyped up. He's going to get the crowd going. He'll reel it in. He's a pro. He knows that there's levels to delivering a good hype speech and best man speech. So we're going to get a lot better than that, pal. That one's going to be a speech for the ages.
Coming up next on TMZ Sports, a great update on the wrestler Psycho Stu. This is the guy who was put in the hospital by Rampage Jackson's son, Raja Jackson. Well, Psycho Stu home from the hospital, but not out of the woods just yet. Welcome back to TMZ Sports, Mike and Mojo. Mojo, we got some good news. Psycho Stu, Stuart Smith, is out of the hospital, Mojo. Of course, Psycho Stu was the man who was viciously attacked about a week and a half or so ago now at that Knox pro wrestling event in the Los Angeles area, Mojo. There it was, Raja Jackson, son of Rampage Jackson. We've seen it a bunch of times now, slams him and then just absolutely unloads on him over 20 hard punches, Mojo. Well, despite the fact that he is out of the hospital, it does not mean that he is in the clear. Psycho Stu still got a long road to recovery here, and his wife Contessa documented or listed some of these injuries, Mojo. So here are just some of the things that she says that he is dealing with. First of all, she says he was still unconscious when he got to the ER, so he was still out. That's how badly he was hurt, Mojo. He has head trauma. He's got a bunch of cuts and bruises and all that stuff. He's got a fracture, at least one fracture in his face, Mojo. He's lost a bunch of teeth because of the punishment, obviously, that he took. And he is, again, on the long road to recovery here. But at least now he is doing it from home. He's in his own place, in his own bed. He is very appreciative of everybody, Mojo, who has reached out, who has donated money for what is going to be very, very expensive medical bills over the months. And again, he is trying to rest and recuperate. Now, the other side of things, Mojo, Raja Jackson, he is still being investigated by the police. He has not been arrested. He has not been charged. His dad, though, Mojo, Rampage, came out and he has again opened up on what happened. He has not really made excuses for Raja. He has said that he is wrong. He said that from the night it happened. And he did so once again. He actually called his son a POS. He said he wished his son was smarter. This should have never happened. He should have made better decisions. But he also placed blame at the feet of Psycho Stu. Said that Stu was drunk that night. He said that if Stu had never hit Raja with the beer can, none of the other stuff would have happened, Mojo. Of course, this is that beer can incident, kind of what started the beef between these two guys. And he said, look, Stu, he claims, has a history of this kind of behavior and basically says, don't screw around with people who are fighters if you can't handle yourself.
I don't think the public really cares what Rampage has to say, and they're immediately going to disqualify his opinion for these things. We talked about this before. I mean, if you're asking me, the beer can thing looked like it was more or less settled right then and there. I don't know if that was planned, if that was part of the stunt that they had coming. I mean, if you're looking at it, I'm watching this from kind of like a wrestler's point of view. He does put his hand over the top of his head before he spiked him with the can. I mean, he might even have hit his own hand with the can, you know, like
right.
That's something you do to not injure the other guy. I have to watch it again to know for sure there. But I mean, maybe the body slam, you put a little bit extra on that. There's your receipt. You know, that's for the beer can. The 20-plus punches to the face of an unconscious man is nothing short of attempted murder to me. I mean, that's what he's doing. I mean, that guy is a trained MMA fighter. His hands are lethal weapons. And if someone didn't stop him, they definitely would have been lethal weapons, because I don't think Stu walks away from that one. I mean, you saw the laundry list of injuries that happened. Dude's lost teeth. He broke his jaw. He broke all of these things. There's a concussion. Didn't even wake up until he got to the hospital. That's concerning when you're talking about brain health. Something has to happen here.
Could NFL superstar Myles Garrett play basketball in the Big Three? Of course, after he's done playing football. That's the question that we asked Ice Cube. Well, I think we may have found Myles' second career. That's next.
OnlyFans, legit or destructive?
Step into the world of OnlyFans.
Watch the money go up throughout the day. It's a beautiful thing.
As current and former models square off.
I made over $1 million.
It's a cold world, it's a nasty world, it's a dark world.
TMZ presents The War Over OnlyFans. Stream on Hulu now.
Welcome back to TMZ Sports, Mike and Mojo. Mojo, Myles Garrett is a surefire Hall of Famer. He's playing on like a $160 million contract right now. But when he's done, Mojo, if he wants to play basketball, there is an opportunity for him, a pretty cool opportunity. So Myles Garrett, you may have seen him. He was at the Big Three Championship a couple of weeks ago. His brother, Sean Williams, was actually playing for the Miami 305 team. Anyway, Mojo, Myles expressed some interest in possibly playing basketball in the future. He was a really good high school basketball player. Well, what do you know, Mojo? We ran into the founder of the Big Three, the legendary Ice Cube, at LAX recently, Mojo, and we asked him, hey, you got any interest in Myles Garrett playing in your league?
Love to see athletes of all type, if they can ball, they can definitely try out for the Big Three and see what they got.
He's an athlete.
It ain't as easy as it looks. So.
It isn't.
But of course, I think he'll be, big body, great player.
You see him dunk. He can windmill. He's super athletic. He can shoot.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
I mean, his brother was on that team.
Yeah, Sean Williams. He our Defensive Player of the Year.
See, I mean, look, those two together. If he joined the Miami 305, would they? I mean, come on.
They would have to get rid of somebody. So, we'd love to see him, man. Tell him to come try out.
He's like 275 pounds too, Mojo, Myles is, and windmilling. He's an incredible athlete.
Hey, but either way, Ice Cube is pretty much saying here, hey, y'all better pump your brakes thinking this guy's just going to walk into my league and
you got to try out.
That's not how this game works. He's got to make the team. We're going to have to cut somebody else if he is that good enough. So y'all just mellow out a little bit here. But, I mean, I think he knows. You bring Myles Garrett over there, that is going to sell tickets. That is going to get eyeballs on your product. And, hey, when you're not the NBA and you're not the NFL, you constantly have to ask yourself, how am I getting and maintaining eyeballs on this product before this league can quietly go away overnight? Myles Garrett is a freak athlete. Can't tell me that in the post somebody's going to body him. There's nobody in the sport of basketball that's going to body that man down in the paint. So at least he's going to be good for that. Maybe some rebounds, definitely some extra fouls. But, hey, man, like Myles Garrett got to be Myles Garrett for a reason. There was a lot of hard work and effort and commitment that went into that. So you take that raw athleticism and you channel it somewhere else. You can't tell me that man's not going to be successful. We don't need him shooting three-pointers and stuff. Nah, he's got a lane that's about right there that you're looking at. You stay in your lane, you do your thing. I think you're going to be just fine.
Yeah, I hope this happens one day, Mojo. I mean, like, I wouldn't say walk away from $160 million, but who knows? One day in the future, we may see him out there on that big three court. Something to look forward to, Mojo. We have got to go. We are out of time. NFL week is here, Mojo. A couple days away. We have a bunch to talk about this week. NFL season is upon us. We got to go, Mojo. We got a great show tomorrow. It's going to be awesome.
That's right, Babcock. It'll be the best show since today.
I'm a lawyer.